Hey everyone, Mac is back. Today we're going to talk about the Ultimate Tournament, and we're going to talk about the strategy for implementing formations and what to look for to be able to move up and to move on to different levels of the tournament itself to gain more rewards. So let's get to it. So when it comes to formations in this event, what you need to keep in mind is that you would need to put together 3 separate lineups for attacking and for defending. And obviously you're going to want to keep both all your lineups exactly the same, your defense and your attack. And the reason you want to do that is because you want to get the most many stats as you possibly can in those lineups. And if you try to go, say, for like an Inf Cav in like the defense, and then you try to put spear, you implement spear into the attack, you're wasting stats in there. You're really wasting those bonuses that you want to get. So if you are a medium spender to basically even a low spender to a medium spender, I would recommend going 2 troop types because that you can kind of max your get a really good bonuses in there for for your formations. And you can see as I've implemented an infantry cavalry formation here, but I'm not using 2 troop types though. I'm still using single troop types. You can mess around with having 2 troop types in here if you want to. Like I could go infantry cavalry in all 3 of these formations. However, you're going to start to run out of commanders that'll actually help boost them. So for my the way I like to do it is this way. If you're going to be a kind of a medium spender. Now, if you're a free to play, I recommend doing it a little bit differently. So this is my free to play account, and as you can see, I went completely bows in every single one of them. And this is not a very powerful account when it comes to bows at all. However, I've implemented it towards that. Because as you can see, this is my weakest lineup here, where I'm actually using the Night King because he's going to give me a little bit of total attack and some attack reduction and a casualty rate. So there's a little bit there. It's not a whole lot. And same thing for, say, Ray. I'm not getting the only thing for Ray for bows I'm getting is 0.75% health. So because that's the only thing I have left that actually does any good. And same thing with a couple of these other commanders here as well. So if you're a free to play, this is what I highly recommend doing. You have to make sure that you use the right commanders as well. Like my most powerful one is this one right here, and then my second most powerful is here, and then my weakest one is right here. So that's kind of what you want to do, or what my recommendation is for free to play. And very quickly, what you need to remember is you need to set up just like you would going into pretty much any event. You need to set up your equipment and your badges and your talents beforehand. Make sure you pick the right lord, pick a good lord too, one you want to use for those formations. As you can see here, this is my infantry front line with my health badges, and that's also something else you can kind of consider if you'd like to. You could change up, say if you have some cavalry health badges, that might be actually worth putting in here other than some of these other badges that I have. So for instance, you can see I have infantry attack of 7.8% and infantry defense of 7.8%. so that one badge there, I could actually put the 25% cav health in there if I wanted to. Just a couple different things you can do for these formations. I would actually look to the total attack of 4.5. that actually helps both lines, so maybe I don't want to take those out. I want to take the 7.8% out. So that's just something to consider to be able to try to boost some of those other lines. So what you want to do is at the very beginning of this event, you want to try to attack the robots as fast as you can. So if I go to my battle record, you can see at the bottom here, you can see these robots, the ROBs. You want to attack as many of them as you possibly can and get up as high as you can. So you can see I got on here fairly early. Actually, it wasn't extremely early, but early enough. You can see 32 minutes after reset, and I ended up making it to the top 10 here, top 10, which was pretty good. I mean, if you want to get top 16 because that's where you're going to be able to get the playoffs and move up in rank and move up to the next level. But you make sure you get in here as fast as you can and get it up as high as you can, so you're ready to go. And the reason you get really high is because defending is a lot easier than it is attacking, winning, I believe. You could probably argue the opposite if you'd like to, but I really think it's a lot easier to defend. And if you just look at some of my battle records here, you can see these last 4 were all defense. and I won 3 out of the 4. So the only stipulation, like difference here, is if, say for instance, one of these ones that beat me, or I'm sorry, lost to me here, and they would come up against me again, they could attack me and change their formation attack and then be able to win. Now that brings me to my next point, is that when you're defending, sometimes you want to switch these up. Sometimes you want to take this defense and like move this down this way, and now I have, instead of infantry, cavalry, now I have imp, cav, imp. So if they try to counter you and change their formations up, then they won't be able to, or it'll be more difficult for them to do so. So that's a very big thing, I believe, to keep them guessing. So they're wasting a lot of their challenges, and you get 5 free challenges, and then you get 5 additional challenges for 100 diamonds apiece. So that's why you want to use them up very quickly at the beginning. And now when you get into the middle area time of this, it'll take a little bit different. Another aspect is to look at, when you're attacking, is to look at the lord that they're using and look at the equipment that they're using. These little spy glasses down here, they'll let you know. So for this one right here, you click on it, it'll let you know that it's Layla as the lord, and you can also see the equipment. And then look over here, you can see the power, you can see the merit. Those are the things I'll be looking for. I'll be looking for how powerful are they, what's their merit look like. Do they have equipment here, which is really good. I see some glorious, so they spent some money on the game and they have Layla. So this is probably not an account that I'm going to attack. I don't think I could. I mean, I could. You can beat it. You can beat bigger accounts than you, and how you do that is by countering. This is a very, very heavy counter when it comes to playing this one for sure. Another big thing is to look at the battle reports. So when you actually do attack, you can see some of these ones that I may have lost down here. And you can see the one that I've attacked twice in this. Yesterday I attacked twice and I beat them twice. Well, because they didn't change their formation, and it was in a short period of time, so it would have been very difficult to do so unless they were paying attention. But if I come across these other ones again, I'm going to click on here and I'm going to see, well, okay, well, this one has looks like infantry here. I look at it, you can see they have infantry on their first line. Second line is an imp cav, and their third line is an imp cav as well. So I'm going to look for counters when it comes to that. Next time I see that person on there, I see that castle that I want to attack. And make sure that you attack very early as you can, because that's going to be the best thing, is to get up there high, and then once you do get up there, once you get in there, like you click on the rankings and you start to get up to close to this top 16, as you can see right here, then you can actually defend a little bit in here. You don't have to keep it attacking all the time. So defend until you start to get moved, unless they move you down a little bit. But then when there's only maybe like a few hours left, then that's when you want to do your attacks. Get yourself in the top 16 there, and then you'll be able to move on. So now I want to briefly go through what I do when it comes to attacking. So I see these 4 up here. I see that we have Sheila, so I'll click on that. Looks like Sheila, so she's probably a bow commander, a bow account. Has gold lofty here, a billion account, 388 merit. I don't think I'm going to attack that one. That looks very tough. Just a note, I typically avoid bows because bows are very difficult. They're very powerful. If you look on the top ranking, you'll see them as mostly a bows up there, because they just, once they get up to a certain point, they're very tough. Looking at Julian here, so they don't have their equipment on, so maybe they didn't set it up right. So this might be someone to look to attack. 478 million, so not as not too big. 131 million merit though. That's actually pretty good. Then we look at the next one here, the Layla. We looked at that one. That was really, it's almost 2 billion account. That's tough too. This Ace 44 looks like maybe a cav account, but I see some of this equipment looks like maybe it's spear related. So 393. So that's another one that I might try to do. You can obviously, I have imp and cav, so if it's all cav, I'm going to get destroyed. So that might be something I want to avoid. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I might try to go this one first. As you can see, I won that one. So you look real quick to see what happened. So we went straight up, and I was able to win that one. And also check their bonuses. Check to see what their stats are as well. So you can see that and then essentially that was a counter, so that was a pretty good one as well. And then we do the same thing. We'll look on to the next one. I'm looking at Layla, Cersei, so you're probably going to stay away from that. I'll click on it. Yeah, 1.5 billion, like a really strong account. And then you look Theon, so 2 more bows. And then this one right here, which is, might not be too bad, but still it's Layla, so it's like maybe a cav account. definitely has gold up here too, gold lofty. So that's a difficult one. And this might be some time where you just want to kind of, I don't want to attack. I have 4 more free attacks. Maybe I stay at 55, and then maybe I refresh. Maybe I come back in an hour, and it's just changed up, and there's something else going on here. So that's just something to take a look at. So just remember to evaluate your opponents before you go in attacking. So hope this helps you out a little bit. And until next time, Mac out.